Hi, I'm your host Tim Guru. This is the first time I've ever done a Let's Play. And I know this one has been done a few times on YouTube before, but this is one of my absolute favorite games, so I figured if I'm going to do a Let's Play, I'm going to make it one of my faves. Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. I actually had this when it first came back in 93, I think? I mean, what did the copyright date just say? 93, 94, somewhere like that. Came on an old penny candy.
All right, Jones, how you gonna find that statue and all this junk?
This is actually a LucasArts point-and-click adventure. As you can see, we can point at something and click on it, and Indy will explore it.
It's a copy of an Egyptian statue of Horus.
So we're trying to find a statue. Let's see. Chest, candlestick. Those are probably not statues. What about this?
It's a medieval gargoyle, or good imitation.
No, not quite it. What about this statue?
Poor Marcus. He thought this was a Maasai warrior.
Poor Marcus. Oh, of course. No! Ooh! Ow! Ouch! That hurt. Indy, you have to stop. You don't make this a habit, okay? Don't fall like that. Anyway, this first introductory sequence is designed for two things. First, to roll the credits a little bit, and there's a little trivia in the credits, which I'll point out later, and to get the user used to the.
Marcus thought Potlatch Indians carved this. Looks like a movie prop to me.
Gonna love Indy. He's so to the point about these things. That's it?
The label says unidentified potsherds.
What's a potsherd? I've always wondered that. Gaping hole or rope. So how is Indy gonna fall? Should we go through the gaping hole?
Looks dangerous.
Nah, we'll use the rope. Ah! No! Ooh! Frick it. That's definitely not what we wanted to do, Indy. But you keep on falling. God, Indy's such a klutz. It doesn't come out that way in the films. Anyway, like I said, this introductory sequence is really just designed to get the user used to the point-and-click interface.
I don't need them. They're just textbooks.
You said it, Indy. I'm a PhD student by trade myself, so I know how useless textbooks really can be. What do we have here?
I think I've read them all.
Yeah, I know that feeling as a PhD student as well. What about these books?
These books don't look familiar.
Oh, really? That's some pretty shoddy construction there. If you can just fall through the floor like that. Never thought about that. I bet the books were jealous. Those books were never read by Indy, and they were incredibly jealous. That's why they did that. Anyway, we'll
better get that roof checked.
wandering. Okay. Here we go. Is this the book we need?
It's a book ready to fall.
No, we don't need a book. We need a statue.
A cheap copy of a Siamese idol.
Oh, okay. It's cheap. What about this one?
Yow!
That little kitty always freaked me out when I was a kid playing this game. Doug Lee as Indy is a really good voice. Now, if you look here, Jane Jacobs, she does the voice of Sophia Hapgood. If you ever played Day of the Tentacle, she also plays the voice of Laverne in that one. Another fine LucasArts game, and if I get the hang of this Let's Play, I might do a Let's Play Day of the Tentacle if you want to as well. Leave me a comment if you want me to do it.
It's hot.
Furnaces usually are hot, Indy. That's a great observation. Ooh, what's this?
It's a greasy old towel.
Yes! Just what we were looking for, a greasy old towel. Nope. Nothing here.
I'll be. Here's what I've been searching for.
Well, let's get it.
Strange looking thing. I wonder where Marcus picked it up.
Okay. Scum by Ron Gillert. Keep that in mind. Scum was the game engine for all these LucasArts point-and-click adventures. Originally for Maniac Mansion, which was the predecessor to Day of the Tentacle, and pretty much everything else, like Sam & Max, Indiana Jones. They all use the Scum engine of some version or another. So, a few more
I'm
credits
back.
in there.
Indy?
You don't look at all well, Dr. Jones.
Exploring our collections can be dangerous, Mr. What was your name again?
Smith. Tell me, did
Smith,
you find a
with
lock to
German
match
accent.
my key?
You bet I did. Take a look.
What are you waiting for? Let's open it.
Why not? It's an obvious fake.
You may think so, Doctor, but I believe we are opening a new chapter in history.
My word, Indy, a small metal bead. Jewelry, perhaps?
I still think it's a fake.
Then you won't mind if I take it.
Really, Mr. Smith?
Stand back, gentlemen.
I hope you've got a getaway car waiting. You'll need one.
Wo ist Fritz?
Wo ist Fritz? Where is Fritz? Is that what that means in German? I don't know. Anyway. So the game's just telling us a story here.
He got away.
But we got his coat, Marcus. Hey, what's this? Klaus Kerner, huh?
Good Lord, Indy, the man's some sort of agent from the Third Reich. What does the spy want with the Buddhist statue?
I lied, Marcus. I don't think it's a phony. I can't place the style, but it's old.
Look what else our friend was carrying. An old copy of National Archaeology. And there you are in Iceland.
Yeah, field supervisor for the Jastro expedition. My first real job.
Who's the woman?
Sophia Hapgood. She was my assistant, a spoiled rich kid from Boston, rebelling against her family.
Where is she now?
She gave up archaeology to become a psychic.
How odd.
You can say that again.
Indy, Kerner found you. What if he finds her? We should warn the woman.
That's a good question.
You're right. I want to know more about that statue. You know, Marcus, the coldest year of my life was the one I spent in Iceland with Sophia.
Usually, years in Iceland are pretty cold there. Just saying. Okay. Alright, the game's done telling us stories. Stories are just meant to kind of establish the plot and introduce the user to the game. And now we can actually start playing. And as you can see in these point-and-click adventures, we have different actions we can do. We can give things to people. We can open things, close things, pick things up, whatever. And we just use these actions as we see fit. Like, we need to get into the show, so let's talk
Hello
to
there.
the ticket lady here.
The show's sold out, sir.
And then, of course, we can select dialogue.
Hold on.
And I'll just select
No
this one.
seats, no standing room, no exceptions.
Excuse me.
That's not very positive.
Come back next week.
Fine then. Be that way.
The
We'll just
doors
go
are
through the door
locked,
anyway.
sir.
Well, we need to get into the show somehow.
Imagine the suckers who actually pay to see Sophia's Lost World lectures.
Not me. That's all psychic.
It's today's paper.
mumbo-jumbo to me. Ah, the only thing, the only thing more full of falsehoods than psychic mumbo jumbo, the newspaper.
I can't make a call. I'm out of nickels.
What do you mean? You don't have 5 cents, Indy? What about the beggar who says spare a dime? You don't have any money for him? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, how do we get in the show? We can, and just keep this in mind, this will become important later, we can either go through this maze of crates and go through the fire escape, or we can do what I prefer to do, which is
It's
go over
unlocked.
here to the back door and just walk right in.
What do you want, pal? This ain't no
Oh,
ticket
wait,
office.
no. You can't walk right in. You have to either fight your way through this guy, or you can talk your way through this guy. I prefer to talk. But unfortunately, I'm a little out of time for this chapter, so we'll pick it up where we left off in the next episode. Thanks for bearing with me in what, in my opinion, the slowest, most boring part of the game, which is the introduction. So if you like it this far, definitely tune in for the next one. I'm your host, Sim Guru, and thanks for watching. We'll get you next time.